EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. The 20 to about the 20. Two.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Running money up to a whole nother level. Don't know no better. When I got rich and deep down. Bro coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater.
On the set.
I'm just chilling with the fellas.
Steel, black, 50, green.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man, complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
Here we go. Yellow, 43.
Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
10 black. Beetle blue. Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here, he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Right, 97. Ready.
He'll look to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
33, yellow, white, blue. Claws red. Blue, yellow. Black shot. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Christian Watson, 33 yards. And the Steelers are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. yard on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Looking to put a drive together.
Down. Ready?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Second and 9.
Here we go. Set. Hut.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to bring big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Ready up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Let's go now. Red 38. Hut.
Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with 1st and 10. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
32.
Looking to throw. Open man. There's Darnell Washington.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Right side to Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, just like last play. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
Ready.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Black. 95. Set.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Looking for Christian Watson that time. And it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Well, quickly out wide, this is Watson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Come on, set.
In motion left goes Watson.
43.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 50, green. Hut.
Finds his receiver, Watson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Here we go, set.
Steelers.
Yellow, 22. Red, yellow. Set, go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
10 black, 5, 60. Edo blue. Ready?
They're going to look to throw. He's got some room to operate. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. R.J. Harvey from 8 yards out. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 14-0.
14. Broncos nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 33, yellow, ready.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. records the pickup, first down.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
Down. Set.
Right back to him on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow. Hut, hut.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Hut.
They'll look to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. A nice throw by the rookie from Auburn. It gets his guys a first down. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A 6-yard
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal.
Set. Hut. Ready.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's go. Black 40. Blue check. Ready.
Back to throw here. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal.
Ready. 52 blue. Set.
They'll set up a throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. This is caught by McMillan. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. It makes it hard to defend.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half.
33, yellow. Ready?
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here we go. Set.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play in this 1st half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this 3rd quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Ready?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Yellow, 43.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
It's fourth down.
Ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
Here we go. Set.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On second down, they'll run it here. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
50, green.
They'll drop the throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Ready. 45.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score.
And you can sense a little bit of optimism here. Things have not been going their way. But they get the turnover on the other end, and they turn right around and put a nice drive together. Then they finish it off with a strong run for their first touchdown of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Ready?
Harvey now on 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Let's go now. Black 40. Hut, hut.
On play action, they'll throw. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
49 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 22. Set.
He'll drop to throw. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's out of bounds at the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Black Ultra. Set, ready. 52 blue.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on, set. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
45, White. Ready.
Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st down, he'll go to the ground attack. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
60 red. Hut.
keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 72 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he will have the Broncos first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Ready. Ready.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Down. 33, yellow. Hey, motion, you got it. Motion. Set.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Ready?
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
Blue, 32. Set, cut.
They'll set up to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he is caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Yellow, 43.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd down, goal to go.
Set, ready. Red, 38.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
On the ready.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Broncos 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
double.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Ready.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And some room to maneuver. He'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
10 black.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run. Sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Yellow, 22. Striker, screen. Hut.
They're quickly out wide. This is Watson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. Guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Got it.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Ready. Black open. Black, 95. Cut.
Looking to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. We want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Come on, set. 50, green. Set.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. It happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Black 40. Set.
Running it, Washington. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Okay, break. Set, hut.
On 3rd down, Harvey. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not